Can we just acknowledge that most women want masculine men? Okay. In the same breath, can we acknowledge that most men like, feminine women? Okay. So what does that mean? That's when the problem arises. The problem arises when we actually have to say that what it means to be masculine and what it means to be feminine, some people just don't want to hear, right? Women don't want to hear that what it means to be feminine means that you're not doing the boss babe thing, right? That what it means to be feminine is that you're more submissive. God, that's a bad word, I know, to them. That what it means to be feminine is that you're not functioning as the man of the house. Not rocket science.
And as a divorce lawyer, I can tell you that women are not divorcing men because they're bored or ungrateful. They're divorcing because they're tired of doing everything.
Tired of doing everything? That's the story women tell themselves. I've handled over 2,000 divorce cases. I've heard this exact narrative hundreds of times. Women don't file because they're doing everything. They file because they've been building a case in their head for years. She told her friends, told her therapist, told everyone except the one person who needed to hear it, him. By the time she files, she's already the victim in a story he didn't even know was being written.
Single men have a superpower that nobody likes to talk about. If you have no wife and no kids, no one's waiting at the door for you, you can go for broke. You can floor the accelerator. You can burn everything in your life down, rebrand tomorrow, move cities, sleep in your car. But when you add a wife, add kids, and add mouths, now your spine disappears. You don't chase the moon anymore. You guard your mortgage. Single men can go for broke because broke only wounds their own ego. Family men hesitate because being broke detonates your home like a grenade. So if you're still single and you're timid, you're holding the rarest leverage a man will ever get in his life, and you're using it as toilet paper. Some men would pay for your freedom, and you treated your prime like a rental car.
I think what's crazy is that these modern women, they grab a hold of anything. They'll use astrology. Oh, he's a Leo, I'm a Capricorn. He's a wolf, I'm a lion. I think that's an astrology sign, I think, or something like that. Whatever it is. Basically, you're using stuff instead of something that's a little bit more concrete, right? I know we have our different beliefs, right? But modern women are using this type of stuff to say, okay, I do want this man or I don't want this man. At some point in time, you have to look and evaluate this man based on his character.
Hot take, but guys, you should have high standards for your women as well. I know you guys hear me yap all the time about pay for the Uber there, pay for the Uber back, pay for dinner, open the doors, flower. I do believe in all that. I think it's all true. But it's your responsibility as the man to have high standards for your woman. Don't pick some random girl who looks like her life is crazy. Pick somebody who looks like they have their stuff together, who looks like a sweetheart. It's gonna appreciate all those things that you do. Even if she is a princess, she'll show up doing her duty, right? She shows up pretty. She shows up looking good. She shows up happy. You should want to respect your enough to not water it down for anyone who's like going to taint your view of dating and love. Does that make sense? Maintain your life, maintain your quality of life, the standards you have and your experiences by making good decisions and picking good people, aka good woman to associate with.
What's going on, fellas? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Let's get back to the video.
Rejection is a man's biggest fear in dating.
It's not really rejection that bothers us. Rejection is part of the game. I think what bothers men the most is just the level of discernment that women have when it comes to selecting men. These are the conversations that me and my boys have at work when we're talking about women. There is no reason why a man that is upwardly mobile is competing against another man that is not doing with his life over finding a potential partner. And if you can't understand that from the male perspective, then maybe this will make it easier for you to understand. There is no reason why a woman that is not should be competing against for a potential partner. When you are a man and you're actively dating and you keep running across these types of women that somehow keep ending up with the same type of guys, something tells you what's the point of you trying. Because you might not be perfect, right? You're out here and you're doing what you need to do as a man. And even that's not good enough because the women out here are choosing men that are not even doing that. So after a while, you're like, okay, why am I even going to try dating when I know the types of men that women like? And these are men that are absolute garbage.
I think modern women have to start understanding that you're not really the only one out here that has anything to lose. That's what a lot of these modern women do a lot of times. They try to say things like, well, it's not good to get married because I'm going to have to be a slave and a servant, and then go on describing all of the things, all of the terrible things that they have to come in contact with. Mind you, the man that they're with is paying all of their bills, pretty much. The man that they're with is paying for the dates. He's paying for a lot of the things that she wants, and she's still complaining. She's still complaining. about what he isn't doing, what he'll never be, what he hasn't been thus far. Just completely ungrateful. At some point in time, you have to, y'all be in the mirror looking at positive affirmations. How come there's no positive affirmation to understand how to treat a man? You love yourself. You're beautiful. You is kind. You is strong. You is pretty. You is going to be nice today. You is going to be a good person. You is going to be respectful. How come y'all don't put that on y'all's mirror? How come y'all don't put that on y'all's list of affirmations? You is not going to be a jerk.
Two women can date the same exact man and experience two completely different versions of him. And the reason is not what y'all think. It has nothing to do with physical attraction or longevity or history, but it has everything to do with what energy this woman is activating in the man. One woman is activating desire and the other woman is activating convenience. Most women think men just decide how they feel, but attraction rarely works like that. It's rarely a decision that's conscious, but more of an energy. So your energy is what's creating the dynamic, and the woman sets the tone. So the woman who's activating convenience may walk into dating with the mindset like, does he like me? Am I doing this right? Should I say that or will it scare him away? And now the whole interaction becomes pressure and performance. But the other woman, she's not trying to impress him. She's calm, she's grounded, she's relaxed, and she's curious about him. And suddenly he's leaning in. He's initiating, calling, investing more. Same man, completely different dynamic. Desire isn't something that you force, it is something that you activate. And most women were never taught how to do that. We're taught to perform, to impress, to prove their worth and their value, to want to be picked instead of being the chooser. Attraction doesn't grow from pressure. It grows from polarity. When a woman is grounded in her feminine energy, present, relaxed, emotionally safe in her body, she's good with or without. She creates a dynamic where masculine energy rises to meet her. And suddenly, the man who offered convenience becomes the man who now pursues.
You really see a lot more men moving away from relationships and moving away from drama, moving away from nonsense. A lot of men choosing to check out. A lot of men out here really honestly, truly and intentionally searching for peace, right? And so a man could go from coming home to somebody that's disrespectful, coming home to somebody that's demanding, getting nothing, to a completely silent home, a completely silent existence. And while it may take some time to adjust, once a man is able to kind of simmer down and think straight, he begins to move in alignment or get back on track with what he was doing before he met you. And true enough, during the relationship, he was trying to say, okay, let me get her handled and let me go back to what I was doing. Let me go back to running down my goals, tracking my vision and trying to chase that vision down. But every single time he got back on track, here you come. Foolishness. Not allowing him to get back to where he needed to be in order to take care of you.
If a woman does not have a life of her own, then you will become her life. And that's not nearly as attractive as you might think. This is because a woman with no life of her own is going to put enormous pressure on the relationship to provide things that it might be easier and more appropriate for her to get outside of the relationship. Whether she's conscious of it or not, she will expect that you deliver not only what is appropriate for a romantic partner to provide, but what is appropriate for a career and a friend group and a community to provide as well. You will need to provide her with all her meaning and fulfillment and stimulation, which is a very tall order, to say the least. Arrangements like these are unintentionally set up to fail because no man can be, nor should be, all things to a woman.
And you know, these modern women, they do this weird thing, man. Modern women just do crazy stuff nowadays, right? They're out here, they go to therapy and they think that they know everything, right? So now you have these modern women that are ending relationships, situationships, I would even say. It shouldn't be that serious. I'll even go as far as to say these are not even situationships. What we're talking about is modern women ending like maybe even a week of talking. Maybe even a week of talking with 4-paragraph essays. Texting these guys 4 paragraphs long. If you're going to do that, just send me an email. If you're going to do that, just send me a voice note or something like that on WhatsApp, so I can at least listen to it while I'm working or I'm cooking. You know what I mean? But they want to send this, oh man, you know, we have misaligned attachment styles and you didn't want to hold space for me, and you didn't come over here and do this for me. And the guy was like, I just had to work the next morning. I just had to go to work, man. And you were texting me when I was asleep. I was at a company event. I didn't have my phone on me. That's what I told you. I couldn't do anything. But that's what modern women do. That's how they act. They act like, well, if he ain't handling it in this way that I want him to, or he's not doing the things that I want him to, avoiding attachment style, mommy issues, daddy issues, narcissists. What are you talking about?
At the end of the day, men don't value kindness. They don't value it internally.
Says who? Oh, that's right. Some of the women out there with the strongest opinions about men, yet seem to know the least about them.
They don't see you as a person.
Well, that's really ironic, considering the amount of content out there made by some women that is actually trying to dehumanize men. You're saying that men don't see women as people? Well, what exactly are you guilty of?
Their end goal is to violate you. Their end goal is not to protect you and give you love and all these things that you're projecting onto the relationship as a woman.
I really hope that a lot of individuals that happen to have opinions like this really get the help that they obviously need if they think that that's how most men think of relationships with women.
Why does your boyfriend always try to fix your problems instead of just listening? You start venting because you want to feel connected, but he cuts you off with a logical solution. It feels dismissive, like he wants to rush to the fix just to shut you up, and that leaves you feeling more alone than before. But psychology calls this instrumental support. You need to understand his operating system. To a man, your pain is not just an emotion to be felt, it is a system error that must be debugged immediately. When you are hurting, his cortisol spikes. He physically cannot relax until the threat is neutralized. His instinct isn't to sit in the storm with you, it is to frantically build a shelter to keep you dry. He interrupts because he loves you. He is scanning his database, looking for the one tool that will make you smile again. So next time, don't get angry, just give him the code. Tell him, I don't need a fix, I just need a witness. Watch his shoulders drop. Watch the defense mechanism turn off. The tools dissolve. He doesn't need to be the hero anymore. He just needs to be there.
And also one day, modern women are going to have to figure out that if you're going to brag about making 6 figures, you're going to have to produce. You're going to have to produce it. Well, I'm a boss, babe. I'm showing an independent woman. I don't need no man, da 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 da. But I expect a man to be a gentleman, and I expect you to be a nurturer. I expect you to give back to me what I give to you. If I'm pouring into you, I expect you to give that back to me. At some point in time, I would like you to take me on a date. Well, that's not manly. I don't care what you say. I need you to reciprocate at some point in time. Get creative. Well, that's a woman's thing. No, because y'all do that same. See, what y'all would like to do is y'all would like to say, well, we got this day, Valentine's Day, it's going to be for women. No, it's supposed to be for couples, I thought. Because we both in love, right? Is it only me that is in love, or is it both of us? Well, then, you got National Girlfriend's Day or National Boo Thing Day or whatever, my birthday, and I got to get something for that, and you got to go all out all week, all month. And then Christmas come, and I got to go all out for that. And there's a couple of other holidays in there. Did I say birthday? Gotta go all, yeah, I gotta go all out for that too. There's a plethora of things. And then that's on top of just because. And just because really honestly and truly needs to happen at least 3 to 4 times a month. So you're already getting quality gifts, quality dates, just because. And then your birthday, I gotta go all out. Valentine's Day, I gotta go all out. At some point, and then for all of that, what does a man get? Complaining. He didn't quite do it right, but we bringing him along. Bringing me along where? You need to catch up.
Mandatory vasectomies for baby boys. Yeah, I said it. And if that made you flinch, good. You won't want to miss part 2 either. Trust me. You want to solve half of society's problems? Start there. Because here's the truth. Men don't want to wear condoms. They don't want accountability. They want raw. And when the baby comes, they say, oh, it's not my problem. So fine. Mandatory vasectomies. Problem solved. Abortions, they would drop overnight. Date rape pregnancies, gone. Single motherhood, cut in half. Generational trauma, reduced. And crime would plummet. Because fatherless homes are the #1 pipeline to gangs and prison. Fix the fathers, fix the future.
This is a woman who literally hates men, down to the point where she wants to sabotage a small baby because in her mind, there's no world in which that baby boy grows up to be a man of honor, a man of virtue, or any. It's just not possible, right?
You know, these modern women, man, they're just dramatic. They, in every situation, they have to be the main character. They have to be. A lot of these modern women really don't have a lot going on. But because I want to be in some mess, because I want to be on some drama, I'm going to sit up here and act like the stuff that I have going on is a lot more important than it really is. She goes out here, breaks up with a man. It's a minor breakup. They might be dating for like maybe 3-4 months. He says, hey, you know, it's been a great time. I just think that we're moving in 2 different directions. Plus, I know you're moving to a different city for another job opportunity. And you were telling me that we're probably not going to have a whole lot of time for each other because you're going to be busy. And so I think this might be a great opportunity for us to get off the train where we are. She'll say, well, yeah, that sounds great. But then she'll go out there on TikTok, story time of how I found out my 3-month relationship was betraying me. Huh? And what they'll do is they'll block the men so they can't see. Unfortunately, there will be people that know him that will tell them, hey, have you seen this video? What'd you do to that girl, man? Nothing. I just said we was going in 2 different directions. She's going for a job opportunity and the whole 9 yards. And I said, maybe, you know, we should go our separate ways. Then what's she talking about betraying and you cheating on her? Man, I don't know what she's talking about. She's lying. But because modern women want to be in some mess so bad, they want to be in the spotlight so bad, they get to lying and carrying on for no reason. I guess it is a reason. They want to be in the spotlight. They want to be the main character. So that's the way it goes.
I'm single. I don't have children. And people ask me like, what happened? And I'm a heterosexual woman, right? And so it's like, well, a couple things happened. You know, I think first and foremost, I always say I spent too much time on the wrong relationships. That is, I tell any young woman, get in and get out. It's the OG classic. That's what Jay-Z said.
Classic.
That's what Jay-Z said.
Now you're speaking the language.
Right?
Now you're speaking the language.
Get out. If it works, great. If it doesn't, move on as quickly as possible, right? Learn the lesson, forgive, and move on. So I didn't necessarily do that as often as perhaps I should have. But I also think, you know, creating a space to date and explore. Women that are driven in their careers,
they don't have time,
tend to forget about how intentional you need to be about dating.
That's another thing. I'm glad you said that. They don't have time.
You don't have time. They don't make time.
They don't make the time.
They don't make the time.
They have the time. They don't make the time.
They don't make it because it gets exhausting, right? When you're constantly coming up against the men that may not be equally yoked.
If he's not paying your bills, don't listen to him. If she has to pay her own rent, her own lashes, get her hair done, her nails done, buy her old clothes. Why should she listen to you? Being a leader costs money. Being a leader isn't free. Being a leader doesn't come with a discount. Why should she take life advice from a man that's unable to elevate her life? Why should she commit herself, be loyal to a man that's unable to provide her every need? You men are in the way. And then you want something for nothing. If he can lay next to you and watch you get out of bed exhausted and go to a job that you can't stand, that man don't love you. He hates you. Only a man can sleep comfortably next to a person he hates, knowing they're overly worked, exhausted, tired, while bills are stacking up. Ladies, them ridding space in your mind isn't free. Them being a leader in your life isn't free. Them trying to give you guidance in your life, it isn't free. Charge for everything. Because babies come from you. All praises.
And I think a lot of modern women, they have these full emotional breakdowns when they attend weddings. Doesn't even have to be a wedding, but a lot of times it is. Where they'll attend a wedding or some situation where they seem to be like the third wheel, and they'll, post something like after the wedding, oh, I'm happy for my friends, I'm happy for this, and this, but when is my turn? And I say a lot of times it's weddings, but sometimes it could be I'm just the third wheel, I'm just going out with, Susie and Brad, right? We're just sitting having dinner, or, I could be with somebody, have a +1, we go on a double date, and I see Susie and Brad, looks like their relationship is doing fantastically. It may be, it may not be, but you come up with well, when is it my turn? I've been a bridesmaid for a time this year, but yet and still you'll have on your profile, I'm still figuring it out, or I'm a boss babe, just, kind of looking for my power couple man. Not terrible, but you're not really wanting to be married. That's it. Your mind is not really committed to being married. A lot of these modern women, even though it's coming out of their mouth, even though they're saying it, they're not really ready to be in a relationship. They're not. I know you can say, well, I've been through all of the healing and all of the therapy and all that stuff. You're not ready. You still have a lot of tendencies about you. And a lot of times we like to throw it on the man. Like it's the man's fault. Well, if he would lead properly, then I would do X, Y, and Z. No, I get where you're coming from, but no, that's not how that works. In certain ways, yes. But a lot of these modern women out here, it's their character. They are the issue. They are the problem. You at least gotta fix this over here first. I mean, you could talk. I mean, you could trash him and talk about him and dog him out for the things that he does all you want. But at the end of the day, you still got to fix what's wrong with you.
So, what's the problem?
What you mean, what's the problem?
What's the problem?
Sorry. What do you mean, what's the problem?
I mean, in order for us to be together, this is what has to be done. In order for you to meet my parents, this is what has to be done.
Order me to meet your parents. Why are you, number one, why are you recording me? Why are you recording me?
Because I'm trying to make it make sense. I don't get it. I don't understand the problem, so I want to get everybody's opinion.
We've been dating almost a year, and then you hit me with the only way I can meet your parents is I have to convert to Islam.
Yes, that's the deal. That's something that, I'm sorry, maybe it's my fault. I should have talked to you about it a while ago, but that is one of the stipulations that my family have.
That man is a man that has just come to the realization that you are not wifey material, because you are absolutely at fault for this. This should have been something discussed within the first week of knowing each other, not a year after being in a relationship together. So yeah, you are in the wrong. And here this man is, like, he has probably wasted so much time, effort, finances on you and on this relationship that it is honestly so disheartening. And it's exactly why men that have been through anything similar to this, they just don't want it anymore. They don't think that relationships are worth it.
One thing that absolutely has started to really annoy me is when people dry beg.
I feel like everybody's experience to some type of capacity. It's basically like you're talking to somebody and instead of them asking you directly, they start dropping hints like, man, I wish I had a ride. Or, nah, that's crazy. I haven't eaten all day. Like, first when they start doing it, maybe you thinking, oh, maybe they just shy. Maybe they don't want to be a burden. But here's where it gets tricky later on. If you ever bring it up, they're gonna hit you with, oh, I never asked you to do that. And technically, they would be right. But you still felt pressured to help because they indirectly asked. When the cycle keeps going on and on and on, then it starts to feel a little bit manipulative and you start to feel like you're being used. And that's why people hate dry begging, because it's not just hinting, it's pretty much lack of honesty. People respect you being direct way more than you playing games. So if you need something, just ask a brother, don't hint, don't dance around it, just say it. It's much cleaner. It feels real and it just keeps the relationship solid. Leave a like and comment your thoughts down below.
Most people think only women have cycles, but here is a biological secret nobody talks about. Men have a hormone cycle too. Instead of a monthly cycle, a man runs on a 24-hour clock. His testosterone is highest in the morning. That is when he feels the most focused, confident, and ready to compete. But as the day goes on, it naturally drops. By the time night falls, he is often tired, quiet, and maybe a little easily irritated. It is not a bad attitude. It is literally just chemistry. When a man gets stressed, his system overloads. He loses energy, he zones out, and he just wants to be left alone. Women often panic and think he doesn't care about me anymore. But the truth is, he is just exhausted. Women usually release stress by talking. Men rebalance through quiet, distraction, and sleep. And this is exactly where most relationships completely break down. If you constantly force him to talk and connect when his system is begging for a quiet reset, he will burn out. He will completely shut down and pull away. A man in a low phase does not need to be fixed. He just needs patience and room to breathe. Sometimes the deepest way to love a man isn't by pulling him closer. It is by giving him the space to come back.
What I realize when I talk to women, especially when they get to my age and they have not found a relationship, it is now that they're pining for the opportunities of the past when that nice guy or that good guy gave them a chance, but they thought they could do better than him. A lot of relationships fail because we expect too much from each other. Meaning, not only are you supposed to be my husband, you're supposed to be my best friend, my brunch buddy, my therapist, my workout partner, all of that. And we have lost that a husband is a role, a man is a man, he's not your bestie, and a woman is a woman. We are not equal. We are equal in value, but we are very different. And a wife is a role. And I think the example that we had at home growing up, we saw that polarity, if you will, in the masculine and the feminine. And now, like I said, with all of this, modern conveniences and we're just becoming like carbon copies of everything. There's no duality there. And so you think that somebody who was made to lead can also be your emotional comfort.
Dudes hit the gym after a breakup thinking their body is the issue. Homie, you have the emotional intelligence and maturity of a doorknob. Go to therapy. A lot of men do. And some of them don't get good results. And now I'm not advocating against it at all. I think therapy is a wonderful thing and more people should do it. I actually know more men going to therapy than I do women going to therapy. So I mean, if that doesn't tell you that a lot of men are focused on improving themselves, I don't know what does. But for a lot of men, talking for an hour about how they feel does not feel like progress for them. Especially the men who are wired more towards like action and results. Gym is great for that because what you put in, you get back out. And it's pretty quick. And of course, there are some therapists out there that aren't that great. They're average at best. And I'm not dissing them. I know there's a lot of great ones out there as well. Sometimes it can take some time to find a therapist that's great for you, that kind of matches and fits with you. If someone's talking to a therapist that's not quite right for them, it can stall someone for months or years. And for a lot of men, the gym can help their mental state from day to day. Because let's be real here, after a bad breakup, sometimes just getting out of the bed in the morning and taking a shower or eating a meal feels like this huge task. So if someone just gets out of a breakup and they're capable of going to the gym for their mental health, I think that's wonderful. Now, I do think you should put your best foot forward the whole time during a relationship and not just give your best after the relationship. I think that's important, because if you have a habit of doing that, you only glow up and take care of yourself when you're outside of a relationship, then sometimes that can actually help erode the relationships that you're in. I think a lot of people struggle with that balance. This goes for men and women.
What do men do in relationships for women? They just say, like, I love you and all that stuff. They barely even say thank you to, like, their wives and girlfriends for cooking dinner, for cleaning the house, for minding the kids, for minding the pets, for minding all the appointments, doing all this and the other. Men don't do this stuff. Like, in our society, it's not expected that men are going to do any of that stuff, and it's not even expected that men are going to thank you for it. So women have taken a step back from dating, and now we have this 4B movement, and now men are trying to respond with their own movement. But it's like, you bring nothing to the table. You come into a relationship and you take, and now women know that.
And then you wonder why men just want to throw their hands up, because they experience women like this. Women that say they just want a man to help her clean the house, help her with the kids, help make meals. But let's not forget the truth of it, because the truth of it is that she wants him to do all of the things that men traditionally do, plus that. And let's just start with work, because on average, men work more hours per week than women. And this might give me a lot of hate, but if that man is working 10 more hours at work, I think that means that you could put in 10 more hours doing all the other stuff. But that is not a level of fairness that women are willing to accept. And that is not even including all the stuff that men traditionally do, like taking care of car maintenance and the outside of the home. But the kicker here is that most men are actually okay with that, because most men do not want to keep score in their relationship. They just want to do everything they need to do for a good relationship. They want their girlfriend, fiance, wife to just be happy.
I wish I could be a lesbian. Me too.
You know what is both terrifying and revolting?
What? I can only imagine.
When a man says I'm pretty.
Right. Okay then. So, ladies, I'm sure some of you are wondering what exactly this is about. Well, I have seen lots of videos out there of women asking why men don't seem to want to take women out on dates, why they don't seem to be interested, and why they most certainly have really stopped approaching women in public at all. Well, you just saw one of the many reasons why. Because unfortunately, social media is virtually saturated with lots of women indicating how much they dislike men, they don't want them near them, and they don't even want what would be considered to be positive attention from any man in the form of a compliment, because those are apparently terrifying. And ladies, if you want men to start being interested again, you have to start acting like you don't despise them.
So this video has been going around. Chidera on Honest Bunch podcast says marriage as a system was designed to benefit men. Now, this is what I want everyone to pay attention to.
Guess what? He loses his money, he loses me, I move on.
Now, I want everyone to pay attention to this lady, because she's speaking from modern equality angle that most people are pretending not to see.
I don't want to be above, I believe I am above.
These are the kind of people who speak from both sides of their mouth. They say they are equal to men, but still expect the man to provide, protect, lead, and carry financial responsibility. Now, in America, they already moved to automatically, involuntarily draft young men into selective service. What does that mean? Every young man between the age of 18 and 24, they're happy about it or not, are drafted to go and fight in the battlefield. Now, here are the lessons I want everyone to learn. A woman can date you broke. A woman can marry you broke. But that is a season, not final destination. Deep down, the money question, the provider question never disappears. The security question never disappears. Society itself has not changed the rules, because the same people shouting equality are not fighting, saying, yes, women should also be automatically drafted equally like men. So, don't be fooled by modern trends. Don't follow relationship advice, training men to be weak and afraid of masculine responsibility. Now, here's the challenge. I really wish everyone would come on this table. Let all women go on strike for 3 months. No work, no office, no relationship, no knacking. Just completely withdraw. Then let's see the society. After that, let all men also go on strike for 3 months. No dangerous labor, no transport, no sewage worker, no electrician, no bricklayer, no electrical welding. Under the sea salt ocean, no cop, no police. Just complete withdrawal. Then let's see the society again. Because when survival becomes real, people return to traditional instinct and traditional roles. The rules have not changed, faithfuls.
What's wrong with chivalry? Like, what's actually wrong with it? I don't understand why people like they trying to get rid of chivalry completely. It's a form of, hey, you're a woman and I think you're special. Like, because you're
romance.
a female.
I'm sorry, it's so romantic.
Yes.
I can't lie to myself and say that I don't enjoy it. Yeah,
On
or
the
to be
first
thought
date
of.
or other dates, if he's paying, please take it. If you want to be dominant and independent, and
if I wanted to be a man, I'd grow a.
Well, yeah, potentially. Well, we don't want to be men, but yes.
What I'm saying is, if I wanted to be a man, I'd grow some balls.
Yes, but if you wanted to be a man, you would then do like what I used to do, which is pay for my meals or go on dates and pay for other men. Don't do that, women. You deserve to be treated different because we are different. We do birth babies. We do breastfeed. We also we don't breastfeed, but we do other things that men can't.
Yeah.
So allow yourself to be treated in such a way.
Listen.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
And I'm going to silently observe what this trip looks like on her social media.
You know what? Exactly.
How she's carrying herself. And then men do that. We take mental notes. People are like, oh, she's out there on a boat, half naked, twerking in front of guys. Not wifey when she comes back. Now I know where to place her.
Wait, on a boat, half naked? What do you want her to wear on a boat?
Twerking also was added in there on a guy.
So there was guys
Twerking on a guy is crazy though. On a guy is
like if
it was a girl's trip.
If you're getting to know me, I'm sorry, what'd you say?
I said I thought it was a girl's trip.
But guys can be there.
They do be having
Like
excursions.
if you go on a girls trip to Jamaica, you're with your girls, but
Jamaica.
men live in Jamaica.
Men do live in Jamaica.
So that's what I'm saying. Like
I get
doing something like that.
You could judge her if she did that raft thing and she had the Jamaican man doing the exfoliating
and rubbing
I'm judging it all.
But
I ain't never get that up on.
Usually, if men were not invited on the trip, that boat day is just girls. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And if she's half naked, so what? Who the goes to Jamaica to put on clothes?
But it's not just doing it. It's also
And we twerking for the
you
videos.
Also,
it's
you
a
also
girl's
look
trip.
at what you post. Men look at what you post. We don't want our wifey having certain things posted on her social media. Remember the saying that's going viral? A wife is a wife before she's a wife. That's what that means.
It just happened that way. It wasn't like I had planned it that way. And my family actually loves my significant other. Like they like him more than the father to my children. So, yeah, I was just in not a good place in my life at that time. I ended up dating a not diagnosed narcissistic person, but had a lot of those tendencies, maybe psychopath. And I just wasn't fully healed from my inner childhood, I guess. And so I was dating what I was used to, like the turmoil and trauma, like drama, not so much drama, trauma. And I was used to all of the chaos. And so that's what I dated, was chaos. And then the other reason why is because Black men don't approach me. Like I've dated other Black men before I had children, but they don't approach me. I have to make it known that I'm okay with it or whatever. I don't know. I don't get approached by Black men for whatever reason. I just don't get approached by Black men. I guess I'm not your stereotypical white girl that dates Black men. And so for that reason, I ended up having kids with white men. I don't know, but it's not that we're not trying, because we do want at least one of ours so he can have one, but it is what it is at this point, I guess.
You continue to have a lot of these modern women who continue to post year after year, morning, noon, and night. I don't need a man. I got my own. I don't need anybody to help me out, and all that other stuff. If I need somebody, I can make a call. And for some reason, they're naturally shocked when a man says, okay, well, if you say that you don't need me, I have other business to attend to. I think, contrary to popular belief, you have a lot of modern women thinking that men are out here waiting on them hand and foot. I'm just waiting for you to call me. I'm just sitting out in some castle somewhere, or you know what, actually sitting out in the field. I've pitched my tent. I've made camp, set up shop here, right? And I'm just waiting on the day to be called, waiting on the day that you come out to the window and you brush open the curtains. Okay, I'm ready for my man. I'm ready for my Prince Charming. Come get me. This is what modern women are thinking that men are going to be doing for them. Just come get me. I'm ready for you. Just whenever. And he waited for 10 years for me. He wouldn't leave. He was persistent. And as a matter of fact, I had like 10 to 15 men. Forget that. I had an army of men camped outside my window. And it would be fun for me because in the summertime, we would have, we would go out there and we would have the games, the Jennifer games, to where they would compete for my love and the person who would win would get a kiss and all that other foolishness. That's what these modern women are thinking. I should have 10 to 15 men compete for my love every summer. And I say, okay, hop up and down for an hour. And they do it. Okay, bark like a dog. And they do it. Okay, the first one who brings me my Starbucks coffee the exact way I want it, multiple times, I'm not even going to say what the number is. And really the number is, if Brad goes over there and gets you Starbucks 10 times in a row versus Jack, who got you Starbucks 9 times in a row, then Brad's going to be the winner. Whoever is willing to go the distance, the ultimate for me, that's the person I'm going to consider giving my time to. That doesn't mean that I'm going to date them. Doesn't mean that I'm going to be involved with them. That just means they get a little bit more, I can't even say attention. They get to sign up to do things for me. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You guys are going to, in either way, you're going to be strong and independent. And then you're going to let that strong, independent, I don't need no man, run you right into, okay, well, I'm not strong and independent. I don't want to be strong and independent no more. Bring me a man. Nope. Absolutely not. Nope.